Washington. The violent altercation last week that left Senator Rand Paul nursing bruised lungs and broken ribs began over a landscaping dispute between the senator and his longtime next-door neighbor, according to neighbors and 3 Kentucky Republicans familiar with what transpired. The precise provenance of the dispute was still a matter of disagreement on Monday. But the backstory of the fracas began to come into focus, and with it, the realization that Mr. Paul's injuries could keep him from Washington, where Republicans in the Senate hold only a slim majority, for some time. Mr. Paul had just stepped off a riding lawnmower on Friday when Renee Boucher, a retired anesthesiologist who lived next door, charged and tackled him. Because Mr. Paul was wearing sound-muting earmuffs, he did not realize Mr. Boucher was coming, according to one of the Kentucky Republicans and a friend familiar with the altercation. Rand never saw him coming or heard him coming, said the friend, Robert Porter, who visited Mr. Paul on Saturday. The damage was severe. Aides to Mr. Paul said on Sunday that the Kentucky Republican had suffered 5 broken ribs and bruises to his lungs. When a Kentucky State Police trooper showed up at Mr. Paul's home on Friday afternoon, the senator had small cuts around his nose and mouth, and had trouble breathing because of the injuries to his ribs. Police have charged Mr. Boucher, 59, with a misdemeanor count of assault. Authorities on Monday were considering raising the charge to a felony, given the severity of Mr. Paul's injuries.